He doesn't know how to sleep on the fly.
Dang.
Dang,
Dang,
you're
dude, she just taking
ruthless,
him out left and right. Hello, watchers. We're watching whatever. I'm Nathan.
Danny.
We're here today. We're back with Shogun. We're on episode 2. So, with a pilot episode, we saw John Blackthorn was our main our main actor here, and they were he's English, right? He was sailing with a bunch of Dutch sailors, and he came to Japan. They basically were shipwrecked, right? They ran out of food, they were lost, and somehow they made it to Japan. Everyone was on the verge of death, and he came as in the guise of a trader. But what they're trying to do, their objective was to raid all the Spanish churches along the way, and then set up a trading port or a trading what's it called with Japan, right?
Right.
Trying to remember, make sure I remember everything. And then he's captured by the Japanese, and then he meets this Spaniard named Rodriguez, and Rodriguez finds all his hidden ledger with with his objective in there, his mission, and so he threatens him, even though he saved Rodriguez's life. Rodriguez threatens to turn him into the Spanish or the Portuguese, I forget which. And at the very end, pretty much at the end, we see John Blackthorn going up above the ship and looking out at Osaka, calling them savages and barbarians. And Rodriguez is basically saying, "You think they're savages and barbarians, but go take a look and tell me what you see." And then he
Yeah, that
sees
part
this
was pretty
really,
awesome.
yeah, just really magnificent city of Osaka. So
Right.
that's where we ended up.
Uh,
Um,
on the Japanese
we're
side,
oh yeah,
right. So the Japanese side, there's like five main clans. The shogun, the previous shogun has died, and his son is too young to rule. And now there's a power struggle, and like I guess the most powerful of the five clans wants to eliminate, our guys, and so the main guy is kind of looking to Blackthorn for help, and we don't know like in what way he's going to get that help, but he's recruited like a bunch of people like on his side to kind of to make this plan work. So yeah, and then another one of the main characters was a guy who thought like his lord. The other five families are gonna, or five clans are gonna eliminate his lord, and so he was trying to, make himself valuable to one of the other clans, so he won't be like killed or whatever, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's four because it's five total, and Toronaga is one of them, so it's four
Oh,
other
right, right.
clans.
Four other clans, right, right. Yeah,
Okay.
and then basically, Blackthorn. We already see him kind of gaining some respect, at least for Asano's character, when he sees how crazy that dude is. Oh man.
Yeah. So yeah. So but this show is new for the both of us. Neither one of us has seen it. Um, we both thought at least my thought with the original pilot episode was it started off a little bit slow, but it was intriguing enough for me to want to at least continue watching a little bit more. If I was watching it by myself, I'd probably give it a few more episodes to see if it picked up any, before I stopped watching it. But I've heard a lot of good things about this show, so I'm hopefully expecting some more intrigue within the show for me to be hooked and to want to finish it.
Yeah, me too.
So, and
Um,
yeah, I think we both kind of felt that way. But not that it's a bad show. It's just it. Hopefully, it'll pick up a little bit more, at least for our end. But either way, we're gonna get started here with episode 2. For those of you watching us on YouTube, thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel and leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about the show. Let us know what you think about our reaction here, and let us know if there's anything else that we should be watching and keeping our eyes out for. And if you want to see our entire reaction, the entire end commentary and everything, you can check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/watching whatever. Everyone following us on Patreon, thank you for your support. And we're going to start the show. Okay, so this is when the Shogun is dying.
八重千代はどこじゃ。恐れることはない。父はほどなく
What was that
浄
look
土に
between
生
the
まれ
two?
変わるのじゃ。人の世は妙なものよの。夢の中で見る夢のようなもの。
さあ、母上のそばへお行きなさいませ。
So these are my thoughts. Right now, the other four clans are claiming that he's holding like the shogun's wife hostage. But I think like
神の国へ参れません。
神の国とやらはそちの尻の奥
right, and so I think Toranaga and the shogun's wife probably know that the other clans are gonna try to go for power, and so maybe they team up ahead of time, right? Because in the previews and in the last episode, that guy was saying, "Oh, you've been starting to like align your power against us," you know.
物質になっていても不思議はなかった。
それがし
Yeah, I kind of figure there's some kind of allegiance going on with the two of them.
Right.
わしの息子。曲がりはうもめ高の目の連中ばかりじゃ。八重千代が元服するまで、その方一人を大老にするという一案と思う。
So even he knew that the other clans are gonna try to take power.
与えることになりましょうな。まずはそれがし、続いて八重千代様のお命が狙われましょう。
誠の将軍と呼べる者がいなくなって100年。今気がかりなのは日の本が再び戦乱の世に立ち返ることよ。それゆえ五大老なる者を設けたのじゃ。八重千代が元服するまで権勢を分かち合うことになる。
殿下は日の本一の知恵者にござりまする。
So that's how those 5 clans came to be.
Right. Or how they became the most powerful. Enemies and his friends.
一番肝心なことを。国の頂に立つ者は誰より孤独なのだと。
I see.
Man, these opening credits for these shows are like crazy.
I was just gonna say, I really like the opening credits there.
Yeah, dope.
Really unique and well done.
Yeah.
Middle of the short, dirty, diseased, and he's got a filthy mouth. He's like a back passage whore of the 15th rank.
These journals are proof of his depravity.
Sacked, slaughtered, and pillaged his way through Manila. A real piece of work, that one. Brutal savage.
So we show these to the Japanese, and he will be hanged for piracy.
I'm afraid it may not be so simple. Toranaga is still president of foreign relations. I fear he'll want a complete translation of this journal. Perhaps a bit too complete.
Something they don't want the Japanese to see.
So you know, this pirate, he's not a man to leave his fate with God. I suggest you don't either.
They use a really like shallow like depth of field.
So
If
he
you
knows
notice, like
everything about Macau. The last thing we need is any discussion of past entanglements.
Why do you think they did it that way?
that's what I'm trying to figure out. Maybe to give it like an old school kind of look, or
You will see to it this man
claustrophobia
is
or
not
something.
a problem.
I don't know. Maybe it's that whole idea of like we're stuck in our fate, so like everyone's view is so narrow or something. I don't know, man. But then when they show like these epic like backdrops, it's like, you know, like this wide depth of field. See that, like they just focus on like the hand, and everything else on this side is blurry, right? I guess we're supposed to pay attention to the details. And it looks like they're almost using like a fisheye lens in like every shot.
偉人の中には人を食うものがおると虎永が言うとった。
私にもわかりません若君。とはいえ念のためあまり近づかぬよう用心にいたしましょう。
But now I'm really curious about what's in the journal that they don't want the Japanese to see.
失礼いたしました。虎永様、お待たせいたし申し訳ございません。
It's not even their journal, it's his.
マリコ殿が同席しても構わぬか。ポルトガル語の修行になるゆえ、来るようにわしが命じたのじゃ。
And that's right. Every time they speak English, they're supposed to be speaking Portuguese.
Right.
My name is Martin Albitu. You must be the engine.
What does that mean?
It means pilot.
Oh, good, so you'll be able to twist my words in your Portuguese favor.
アンジン様が私の通訳では信用できないと申しております。私がポルトガル人なので。
What did you just say?
Exactly what you said. I will translate without prejudice.
The Japanese word for enemy is teki.
Gesture at me and say the word. He will understand.
She understands too.
Yeah, she's learning Portuguese.
国同士が争っているからと申しておりまする。Tell him where you're from.
England.
聞こう。何故お前の国は通詞の王国と戦っておるのじゃ。
Because England refuses to be intimidated by Catholics. There are two Christian religions, Protestant and Catholic.
いずれもデウスが神だと信じておるのか。
Yes, though I won't know for sure till I'm dead. My ship contains letters of marque from the rulers of a nation called Holland, authorizing us to trade in all seas and to defend ourselves against anyone who dare stop us.
もしわしらが戦を仕掛けたらどうする？
I like how they took out the translator,
Yeah.
the middleman.
Then I would commend my soul to God, or surely I would die by the hand of a techie like you.
This is Lord General Ishido, Toranaga's chief rival. If you value your life, do not say a word.
なるほど。醜い。犬ごときの瞑想じゃ。
その異端者、それがしには何の値落ちもござらん。お望みとあらば、息子に命じて牢にでも放り込んでおきまするが。
I'm a guest of your lord, not a prisoner!
誠に青いのでございますか、その男の目は。
あれ模様の空の色とでも申しましょうか。
髪の毛はこの大根のような色でございまするか。
はて、このごぼうの方が近いかもしれませぬな。
I guess that makes sense, right? Because he's probably only seen Portuguese, and they generally tend to have darker hair and eyes.
今日、虎長様が母上をお呼びになり、偉人に会わせたのでございます。
殿はどのような御用でお前が呼ばれたのじゃ。
ポルトガル語を主義をせよ。
お前ならわかるか。何故お前の母はおとなしく家に収まっておれんのじゃ。
父上。虎長様がまたぞろをお呼びじゃ。お主ではない。
マリコ様は初めてお会いしておりからいささかもお帰りになられませぬ。マリコ様は祝言を挙げられたばかりで、とはいえ特別なお方だということ。
わしの通詞に構うでない、キリ。
昔も今も殿には手が焼けまする。
お前の大きな尻と同じじゃ。
あのや、広松様の前で何ということを。
して、そなたの見立ては。
あの者には用心せねばという気がいたしまする。
さりながらこの一件、殿の断罪と何の関わりがあると思うでございましょうや。
今朝江戸でわしの孫が生まれ、落ち葉の方は大坂へ戻りたいと言うてきた。
それゆえ我ら一同大老衆からの切腹の沙汰を待つ身となった次第。
しかし患者によればポルトガル人らはあの偉人を目の敵にしておるようじゃ。
殿はあの偉人を用いて石堂とキリシタンの大老との結束にひびを入れるおつもりかと。
Cause a rift.
Who are you?
我らが共に場所を明かてあげなさい。You speak Portuguese yet? Not Portuguese.
Are these men all marked for death?
Death is the only punishment here. Do you God. You are a child in the wilderness. You don't know their games. Toranaga is a prisoner in Osaka Castle. They're Sugiyama, descended from the richest samurai family in Japan. Ono, a feared warrior whose affliction of leprosy led him into the arms of the church. And Kiyama, a man whose faith in Christ is guided only by his greed and ambition. All of them are in the palm of Ishido. Any day now, this man will vote on Toranaga's demise. If Toranaga claimed you as an ally, you'll never leave Japan alive.
How does this guy know all this?
Maybe he's familiar with the Game of Thrones, man.
This seems weird that there's an outsider, a foreigner, who knows all these intricate details, you know?
Right. Maybe like being Christian made him privy to like a lot of information, and the Japanese probably just like say whatever around him, thinking like this dude doesn't understand.
Maybe. What surprises me also is that one girl who's Catholic, because they were not tolerant of Christianity.
Right. Like the formality of everything is like crazy. Would you just want to scream?
Yeah, the formality is crazy, but at the same time, it's
お世継ぎのお歳暮は江戸を離れる許しを得た。
that's the word I'm looking for. It's very pleasing to see.
さあ、賛否を問うか。
その前に一つ片付けておきたいことがござる。異端者のことよ。我らはその者の処刑を所望いたす。評決の前にじゃ。
それがし今朝方目覚めると、虎長が我らをどう見てるのか分かったような気がいたした。官僚でござる。
So that was the significance of showing him stamping and then looking at the armor.
He's like, man, we used to be warriors, now we're bureaucrats.
Yeah. Yeah.
主、ディオスの皆において要請する。異端者の処刑が先じゃ。
Hey, fellow watchers, don't forget to like and subscribe and check us out on our Patreon. Links are in the description below. And now back to our program.
Toranaga was born Minwara, a name that carries great weight in Japan. For centuries, his ancestors dominated this country, carrying with them a divine mandate. A title, the ultimate rank a mortal can achieve. Shogun.
That old guy's look reminds me a little bit of Jeffrey Rush.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
There's nothing for you to fear now. You'll die a martyr.
I'm sorry, Father. I didn't come all this way around the world just to die on a cross.
Then why did you? You came here to wage war. I came here in 72. Visions of the souls I would save. Then I learned the true tenets of the cloth. Silk, gold, and guns. They made an idol of that cursed black ship. That's how they dominate trade. The Chinese ate Japan. So all trade goes through the Portuguese. It's usury. Leitako even tried to put a stop to it. But the church incited the rebellion. Smuggled guns from that secret base in Macau.
I met a man who said he'd been to that fortress, said there were Japanese soldiers, hundreds of them, all converted to Catholicism. Are you telling me the Lord's here? Don't know.
I wonder what's the danger of Japanese soldiers in Macau who have converted.
Oh.
That's kind of cool though, how they panned just enough so the wood beam blocks that actual view.
How many different ways I can tell you I don't give a shit?
So old guys claiming that the Jesuits they're not there for God's sake, they're there for money.
On your way to the castle, Father.
Good morning, Captain. As soon as Toranaga calls on me to permit the black ship to depart, you will be the first to know.
That's what I'm worried about, see. Getting the old monkey's not long for this world.
祈りが身についておられるようで嬉しゅうございます。
パドレ様。
And which is your stronger tongue now? Portuguese or Latin?
I have more occasion to practice Portuguese. I do not wish to translate anymore. I do not like this man, the way he speaks to you.
Is it just me or does she have a non-Japanese accent in her English?
The dark thoughts you have confessed to me in the past, are they still with you?
Maybe she's Japanese American doing like a fake Japanese accent.
It almost sounds like there's a bit of hint of like Australian in there.
Oh.
それにしてもお主を城に招かぬとは虎長公も礼儀を知らぬようじゃの。お主がなぜあの箕輪の末裔に忠義を尽くすのか合点かいかぬ。お主らが大坂へ連れて参った偉人のことについて聞かせてくれ。
俺はただの海賊にございます。
虎長はあの者の衣服に今日惹かれておるのじゃ。
大筒20門に鉄砲500丁。やがて石戸様の力が最も強大なるのは必要。されどその折には大野殿木山殿が石戸様の敵に回りまする。キリシタンの支援を受けておられるお二方は
わしに勝ち目はなかろうな。
されど石戸様が例の偉人を手に入れ、さらに手なずけ得る知恵者を配下に置けば潮目は変わりましょう。
残念だがあの偉人の処刑はすでに再開しておる。
拙者お力になれるやもしれません。
Confess before me all sins past and present.
You go with your godfather.
We're gonna rescue him somehow. I wonder why they took him out of the castle where everyone else was executed. Why, why did they take him someplace else?
I think 'cause he's valuable to people.
Yeah, but if they killed him right there, it'd be done.
He wants him alive.
Natsu.
Why have those guys do the dirty work and then just kill them? Why not just do it yourselves?
So you don't lose your own people?
You don't risk your own people.
Plus probably if there is a witness, it's not linked back to him.
聞いたか。人間様の言葉を話しよる。こいつは賢い犬じゃの。良い飼い主が欲しいんじゃな。
大義であった、藪重殿。
運が良かったまでにござりまする。こやつが処刑場に引き立てられておる途中、盗賊に襲われておりまして、そこに図らずも拙者が通りかかった次第。
Fall in love with this dude.
Good morning, senor. I am to be your interpreter for today.
You might. I thought of that too.
Crap.
John Blackthorn. And you should know I'm not Catholic.
若君にお前の国の話をせよと伝えよ。
I know I am considered an enemy, but I assure you, my queen is wise and thoughtful, and would want to be your ally.
My master asks for you to draw a map of the world.
Does anyone know if her Japanese does she sound just fluent and natural? If anyone speaks Japanese, because we found out she is from New Zealand, so which is why I heard that little accent in her voice when she's speaking English. I'm just curious how good her Japanese is.
This is
the
limit
yeah.
of what I know.
日の本を指し、次にイギリスを指しましてございまする。
We came by way of Magellan's Pass.
Oh, that's a pretty good map.
この航路はポルトガルとスペインの秘密の航路であると。
It was safer to sail this way because we had to avoid a Portuguese base in Macau.
鉄砲の密輸に使われる隠し砦に浪人が雇われている。太后様への謀反のことでございましょうか。よくわかりません。My master asks that later you write this map and mark the Portuguese bases.
If I may, I will explain now. This is the way Portugal and Spain carved up the New World. Your country falls into the Portuguese half.
誠にポルトガル領と申したのか。
I mean, that's not wrong, right? That's kind of how they thought.
ならば我らは民国との間で天下を二分してやろう。
黙っておれ。
Please tell him. It's written into legal documents. Each Spanish and Portuguese king has the right to lay claim to any non-Catholic land they discover and to replace its government with Catholic rule.
This is a lie.
Just leave out what England has done.
Do you swear by your God?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, she's protected, right? Because her religion is
make the
based
Catholics
off of what
bad.
the Portuguese. Well, the Portuguese priest, right?
ポルトガルの望みはキリシタンにあらざる天下人を追放し、仲間であるキリシタンの統治者を据えることと申しておりまする。
So is that what was in the ledger?
お前は何を求めて日の本に来たのじゃ。
Same thing for England.
Yeah. To make you our colony.
My master says you should not war against the Portuguese in Japan. You are outnumbered. It is hopeless.
Unless I win.
Like some.
安心に今宵は西の丸に泊まれと伝えよ。外は物騒じゃ。盗賊がうろついておる。
Toranaga-sama has generously gifted you his personal quarters.
I wanted to thank you for translating so honestly on my behalf today.
No thanks are necessary. My efforts are in service of my lord.
Can you hear the accent?
Yeah, I can hear it.
These women can assist you in preparation for your bath.
Thank you, but I've already bathed.
In the prison?
No, in the village.
But that was some time ago.
What? 2 baths in a week. What do you want me to get for flux?
今黒船が長崎に向かって出港できないと翌年の輸送に間に合わなくなると。
わしは常に利益について考えておる。しかるにわしは知らぬことがあまりに多い。黒船の出港はしばらく見合わせることにいたす。海が荒れるやもしれん。お主らの教会がこの辺りの海域に隠し砦を築いておるのもそれがゆえかもしれんの。
So he cares about Japan, but then the Christians probably care about money.
He's denied our departure papers for the Black Sheep. This cursed heretic doesn't even have the decency to ruin us slowly.
Yeah, see?
Let this be my burden, father.
Basically, he's a traitor to his country.
このような夜更けに何をしておる
I knew it. Oh! Is she going after... Oh my god!
Oh! Dang!
Dang, dude, she's
Ruthless.
taking him out left and right. Are you serious?
Damn!
He knew.
He didn't cut her head off.
No! Yeah, I wonder why he didn't just kill her right away. Probably wants to get information.
Or maybe he's like chopping off someone's head like a honorable way to like die, having your head chopped off.
No, I don't think in battle it would, right? It's just as far as my understanding goes. I mean, I don't know. It could be.
いや、これは石堂の仕業ではない。今宵わしは真珠を暗示に貸してやった。
They wanted him, so it's gotta be one of the Christian lords.
Yeah. Yep.
この男よ。
Damn.
Wow. That's a really nice shot, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, this episode was good.
So
I'm intrigued, man.
Yeah, episode 2 drew me in like I was hoping for.
Yeah.
And it wasn't
Yeah.
just that little scene at the end, but everything overall, just the way it played out,
Yeah.
the way, you know, just the intrigue and everything going on now, it drew me in. Now, yes, I want to see the rest of this.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, man.
That was dope.
All right, so let's talk about episode 2 here. Yeah, so episode 2, like I said, episode 1 was a slow start. I felt like it could really go somewhere, but it just, there was just a little bit I felt that was kind of missing for me. This one totally did it. Right? I mean, the way they played it out, you know, Toranaga and his, you know, his planning and scheming and everything to get Blackthorn on, you know, basically on his side, and
Right.
you know, Blackthorn himself figuring out all these details and working himself into Toranaga's good graces. You got, you know, the priests and basically their corruption trying to take over Japan. The Japanese Christian lords who are working with the Portuguese for their own greed. I mean, there's so much going on, and it is so fascinating to see. Even Hiromatsu, right, with him going killing all those guards, taking him back, and then claim that I just walked by and there was a bunch of bandits, and because we know his character, right? He wants Blackthorn because he wants to use him as basically a bargaining chip to get himself into a better position.
Right.
If the other lords take out Tobunaga, he can put himself in basically take whoever's gonna pay him the most.
Right.
So he's still working for his own self too. So it's basically I mean, the feel gives me like a Game of Thrones feel where it was like everyone was just kind of working for themselves and scheming all against each other and plotting and doing all this kind of stuff. So I really, really like it. They really did it well. And besides that, the cinematography is fantastic here. The shots that they put, how, like you said, you go from certain shots that are very shallow depth of field, it's focused on one thing, and then all of a sudden this wide backed up shot that's a huge grand scale of everything.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah, it's beautiful to look at, and the story is really engaging. The yeah, like everyone kind of working for their own like personal goals. Yeah, and we clearly have people we're rooting for now, and yeah, uh, I like that. Um, the guys in our family or the clan that we're kind of rooting for, they all kind of like John Blackthorn, right? And he likes them
Yeah.
too. Even if Asano is like is kind of using him, I feel like he still has like a little bit of like respect for him, especially like even though he's making fun of him, like he notices that dude, he's picking up our language, right? He probably thinks like, oh, this guy's what did he say? He's a really smart dog or something.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna come to respect him more than that,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
so. He's gonna start playing a bigger role with him.
Yeah.
Probably developing some type of if not a friendship, at least a level of respect between each other.
Right. Right now, like they're kind of lumping the two Christian lords together, but I feel like they said one dude is he just believes in it because of how much he can like line his pockets, but the other guy like got leprosy and he's like and he that's when he found religion. I have a feeling
Yeah.
like lumping them together and assuming that their goals are the same is gonna be a mistake and it's gonna cost someone, right? I think like the other dude is actually gonna kind of if he really has faith, he's gonna want to do things like like more like with morals, and I think that's maybe that's where the rift will happen. Maybe like when he finds out like what the Portuguese really intend, then maybe he'll turn against the other Christian lord because the other Christian lord is just in it for money. Maybe for the dude who has leprosy, they said he was like a like a badass warrior until he got it and then he found God or whatever. Maybe his love for his country will kind of outweigh his religion or something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
because
one
if
guess
you
I have.
looked at that one scene, if you looked at the one scene with the priest, and then they had the one lord who was there in the red armor, but the guy with the leprosy wasn't there. So,
Right.
yeah, the one in the red, he's willing to betray his country to line his pockets.
Right.
But probably the guy with the one with the leprosy, he's probably not willing to do that.
Right. Yeah. So I have
So
a feeling right now
they're
everyone.
working together.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're working together because of their religious beliefs.
Right.
But one is for greed, one is for possibly actual faith.
Right. Yeah, dude, the show's pretty dope. I mean, they expanded the cast or at least give us more information, so it gives us more to like think about. But it also made it more interesting and kind of more understandable. Because now it's like rather than like these kind of people we don't know, now they all have like at least interesting backgrounds or whatever, and we can start to try to guess their motivations and things. That's pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really I'm enjoying this now. So
Oh man, there's something I was thinking of. Oh, and I think here we've seen I think how he's gonna get in good. I think already he's impressed what's his, oh man, I keep forgetting his Toranaga?
yeah, Toronaga.
Yeah, Toranaga. I think he's already impressed him with his honesty, and just you know, his like his ability to draw maps and all these things. He seems like a talented person, right? Like a capable person, not a barbarian or savage, you know. And I think so already, and his confidence, like when they're like, "Oh, you're gonna lose," and he's like, "Yeah, but what if I win?" Right? And I think you know, right now, Toranaga probably feels the same thing. He's outnumbered, man. It's like his family against like four others, right? And so, and
Well,
he's
he
probably
knows that
uh-huh.
he knows that if they kill Blackthorn,
Mhm.
then there's nothing stopping them from voting against him and basically taking him out.
Right, right, yeah. So their
Yeah.
fates are tied right now together.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. And but I
And
think
like you said, I think he.
uh-huh.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I think he likes him. We saw that smirk when he was like, maybe what if I win? Right? What if I win? Right?
Yeah.
Or I can win. And then and I
Yeah.
think especially now when at the very end when the assassin is coming after him and you know he threw himself into the fray to protect him, you know, as his host or whatever. I think that's gonna earn this guy a lot of respect from like you know, everybody in that family, everyone in that clan, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That last
Uh-huh.
part where he, you know,
Mhm.
he protected Toranaga
Uh-huh.
is it's gonna help earn more respect from them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So
Mhm.
man, oh yeah, whoa, what a crazy episode two. This is gonna
Yes.
be you know,
Yeah, no, I
I mean
really want to watch
I
more.
understand.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I understand they can't, you know, you can't always every episode is gonna be dynamic and filled, but
Right.
hopefully it doesn't become one of those where like, you know, a few episodes are really good and then it just falls out, right?
Right, right.
Hopefully they stay with this kind of level for throughout at least most of it. Keep it
Right.
very interesting and suspenseful and keeping us guessing. And you know, obviously most TV shows, most movies have some kind of plot hole. It's for the sake of the story. Sometimes they kind of have to do it. I guess you know it's otherwise it would just make it way too long to try to even you know make a whole nother story of how this person did this and
Mhm.
whatever. Um, you know, hopefully they just don't have too many of those because
Right.
too many of those plot holes can really take the level of the show down.
Right.
So we're gonna end this video here today. Again, everyone, thank you for joining us, watching, following along with us on episode 2 of Shogun. Everyone on YouTube, please remember to like and subscribe to our channel. Leave us your comments. Let us know what your thoughts are and what's you know what some theories that you possibly have about these characters and what's possibly going to happen. Again, everyone who is watching us on Patreon, thank you very much. We appreciate your support. We hope that you do keep following and watching, and we will see you again next time. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.